Okay, time to go to Po-Koro and explore and train some stamina and talk to the people and buy some Koli balls. I think you have to buy them in multiples of 5, so buy 5 Koli balls. Just do some lore stuff. So program, I guess it was the fifth update, they released Po-Koro and Ta-Koro at the same time. So then if you wanted to do things in the proper order, say, then you could train either stamina or strength next. Stamina is not really that useful if you got enough speed. I mean strategy. Did I say strategy? Strategy and strength. I mix up strategy and stamina a lot because they're both ST words with a in them. So strategy is not that useful. Strength is incredibly useful. And once you get a whole lot of strength, then suddenly you get a whole lot better. And you start curb stomping your enemies. That's what makes it. This log is the gate that they use to open or close Po-Koro when they release this incrementally. You have another filler area. As we transition into the desert. Another background music change. Another filler area, question mark? Here we go, this guy. Po-Koro also has the charms on the floor thing going on. Templar, I guess, gave up on the whole talking to people to get the charms. Anyway. Hello, stranger. What brings you out to the dunes? Who are you? I am Gulya, the mahi herder. Mahi? Spend a lot of time in the dunes herding mahi. It gives me time to think about strategy. Strategy? The principle we live by in Po-Koro teaches us strategy. It is why we are so good at Koli, and why our sculptures are so well made. Herding mahi is a great way to learn strategy. I can show you, if you like. I'd like to train. Oh, I didn't know that, like, that sprite, the mahi sprite appears on the right like that. I mean, the left. Wow, that was easy. Yeah, so the way I understand it, this increases your ability to steal the ball from the other player. Which, okay, that may be useful, I don't know. It's not really that useful. Wow! Don't worry, I won't train this for like hours or anything. I'll just do a couple minutes of it. It increases the amount of mahi you have to herd by 1 every second point. So, say if you wanted to get to 90, and the first one is 1. So let's say that you wanted to train 99 in strategy. Well, that would be 1 plus 98, which would be so 1, first of all. And then what you would do is you would just sum all the integers from 1 to 49, which is 49 times 50 plus over 2, which is 49 times 25, which is 980 plus what's 49 times 5? 145, right? So, 980 plus 145 is 1,125. And then it increases by 2 every, second one, and we're not going to 49, we're actually going to 98. So instead of 1,125, that's 2,250. Plus 1, so it's 2,251 mahi. Now, that was some mental math. I might want to check that. So let me do that again just to make sure I check my work. So 29 times 50 is 50 times 50 minus 50, right? Which is 2,500 minus 50, which is 2,450. Huh. Is that what I got the first time? Then then multiply by 2? Yeah, I must have made a mistake. Wow, that's embarrassing. So, so I multiplied 49 by 50 the first time, by saying that at first I did. Oh, wow. Just that was bad. Okay. 49 times 50 is 2,450. Whatever I said previously was baloney. I don't like exhibiting mistakes in mental math. Okay. So sum all the integers from 1 to 49, I get 2,450. Multiply by that by 2, I get 4,900. And then I add 1, 4,901 mahi. There we go. That's probably a better number. I even forgot what I said the first time. It was probably wrong. If you weren't aware of what's going on there, the sum of 1 to n of n is n times n plus 1 quantity, all divided by 2. So example, if I sum all the integers from 1 to 10, I would go, okay, 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10, plus 5 is 15, plus 6 is 21, plus 7 is 28, plus 8 is 36, plus 9 is 45. Or, I could just do 10 times 9, which is 90, divided by 2, which is 45. Oh, it's minus 1. No, that's 9. Yeah, so send all the integers from 1 to 9, not from 1 to 10. I did it right. Okay, so if I did it from 1 to 10, that would be 55, right? And then that would be 10 times 11, which would be 110 divided by 2, which is 55. So not a second mistake. So if I sum all the integers from 1 to 49, I just do 49 times 50 divided by 2. Which, I divide by 2, that's where I got it, okay. Which is 49 times 25. So I did 49 times 50, which is 2,450, divided by 2, and you get 1,225, which is what I got the first time, right? Okay, so I didn't do it wrong. And then you multiply by 2 because you're actually summing up to 98, 2 per. So then you get back to the 2,450, and then you add 1, so 2,451. So I must have done it wrong the second time. Ugh! Don't take that too seriously. I'm trying to be, 2,451 mahi. I've lost count on how much strategy I've drained. I've got to put in the description the correct answer to this, just to clear things up. Okay. Let's talk to these guys. Hello, Gamatorn. Who are you? I am Kamen, the stonemason. I am constantly taking care of the sculptures so that they do not disintegrate. Disintegrate? Time and weather take their toll on our great works, wearing them down into dust. The enemy of creation is disintegration. Goodbye. Goodbye. I have a bigger problem with the presence of dust. Anyway. Ho ho, what is this, a fan? I am not signing autographs today, sorry. Who are you? What, surely you know the Master Carver Hafu when you see him. No, I didn't recognize Hafu because he was wearing a Ruru. I always thought of Hafu as wearing a Kakama. Oh, whatever. Goodbye. These Matora masks aren't, of course, real Kakamas. They're just, you know, Kakamas that... masks that are shaped like Kakamas and have no power. Halt! Who are you? I am the guard Piatra. Goodbye. Goodbye. Halt! Who are you? I am the guard Ally. Goodbye. This place at least does look like how it does in Minog. They didn't change it. See, very Minogish. I think this is the first Koro, though, where we have these guys... No, we did, as in Lee Koro, too, where you have these Matoran wandering around, like, outside. They don't actually have a home or a hut. Anyway, it's not something you see in Ga, Anu, and Kokoro. Excuse me, I'm terribly busy. Who are you? I am Kiwi, the hewer. Goodbye. Hi, Agamator, and hello and welcome. Who are you? I am Bauer, the bricklayer. I lay the foundations upon which our sculptures are built. Every Matoran in Po-Koro creates great works. Creation is our life. Creation. Creation is the principle of Po-Koro. By combining the virtues taught us by Matanui, we have become skilled in it. Goodbye. Goodbye. Did I talk to the How guy? No, yes I did. No, I am Pekka the carpenter. I had not. Okay, that's Pekka. Welcome to my shop. If you see anything you like, let me know. I also buy these things. So, the bladders he's selling for 10. Coley balls. I'll take 5. There you go. Let's continue in. Well, we'll try to talk to the guy who kind of is just wandering around here. Excuse me, I'm terribly busy. Who are you? I am the quarry master. Goodbye. Apena. The quarry master. Okay, this is probably Huki. There's the Maku doll. Because your love isn't canon. It's just not how it was meant to be. Okay, there's the creation charm. Hello, Holly. It is good to see you again. I am getting ready for the championship. Championship? Well, we've beaten all the other teams. We're going to be one of the 3 teams that get to go to Takoro for the championship. If you beat us, you might be one too. Goodbye. Say hello to Maki for me. So if say one team beats all of the other teams, right, they go to the championship. But there's got to be 3 at the championship. So let's say a second team beats all the teams but that one team. Then they also go to the championship. So Hyuki knows that if he beats all but one team, he's going to make it to the championship. And so when we play him, he would theoretically not really care that much or really try that hard. He's trying to save it for the championship. Maybe he'll treat it like a practice, I don't know. It depends on how the sport of Koli works and how they peak for their contests. Anyway, say hello to Maku for me. But Hyuki, your love isn't canon. No. MVP. I think this was actually in his Minog hut. The trophies, both these trophies, including the one that said MVP. Okay, so we got the creation charm from the floor of his hut. We just kind of stole it out of his hut. Let's go back. I'm still thinking about that. 49 times 50 over 2, multiplied by 2 is 49 times 50, which is 2450. Plus 1 is 2451. It's got to be 2451. Anyway. I will check it afterwards, though. Make sure that it's 2451. Yeah, from what I've heard, I mean, obviously summing all the integers from one to something else is like trivial. We do that a lot. Usually I use a computer, I don't do it in my head, so I usually get the correct answer much more confidently. I've heard that number theory, which is nothing to do with, not really that, is extremely difficult from classmates back when I was in college in my abstract algebra class. And that was abstract algebra. So, I mean, if they said that number theory was difficult, I suppose it was. I took abstract algebra when I was in college. I did it just for fun because it sounded interesting. I didn't really need it for my degree. And I took there was 2 levels of it that they taught. I took the more advanced one because, well, if you're gonna learn it the best you can, right? I would never take, if there's like 2 levels of something or one is not the prerequisite to the other, I always take the higher level because, you know, why not? And why cheat yourself, right? And it kicked my butt in. Still interesting, but for some reason, even though my head can conceptually understand pretty much everything going on, it had a very difficult time writing a rigorous step-by-step proof, which some people would argue means you conceptually did not understand it. It's like, if you can't write proofs, then you don't understand it. And I'll accept that. There is a way that it must not have understood it. Otherwise, it would have been better at that homework and better at the proofs. Part of it just had to do with I just didn't have enough time. Right? I didn't have enough time to invest into that. If that was like the only course I was taking, I would have done better as well. So anyway, that's some ideas for you if you want to take some challenging math in college, if you're going to college or will soon. It's fun, but I for some reason struggled with it, even though I usually don't struggle with math that much. You can one-up me by getting an A+. I won't say what I got, that's confidential. Is it useful for anything? Very complicated physics very complicated and esoteric physics that is impractical it is useful for. Okay, so I'm done exploring Po-Koro, and so I guess next I gotta move on to Po-Koro, and talk to all the characters there. So I'm going to walk a little way, like part of the way there, kind of meet halfway at the recording break, and then stop recording pretty soon. After Holly walks across this very long filler area. Probably the longest wait area in the game. And then walk down another long area. I get it, Templar. Mata Nui's a big place, but why couldn't you done this like Minogue, where I just clicked and it takes me to the next area? Why do I have to wait for Holly to walk across the screen? And why couldn't you have done this like that fan game, Minol, where if you double-clicked, your character goes twice as fast? Why do I have to, like, wait for Holly to move it? Like, I double-click, I can click multiple times, it doesn't speed Holly up at all in the regular Minogue 2. Oh well, I'm gonna move on to Po-Koro now and make a recording break here.